Thanks. I'll buy you a drink the next time you're at Fort Hays. Hello, Bates.
Glad to see you back, Colonel.
Waiting long?
Well, it was getting kind of lonesome waiting out here. Fellow my size gets to be a pretty easy target.
Depends on who's doing the shooting.
Oh, right over there, Colonel.
Sorry to drag you all the way out here, Bates. There won't be a stagecoach to Fort Hays for another week.
Well, the telegram said you didn't want an escort, Colonel. But with all the dust being kicked up by Firecloud and his people around here lately.
All the more reason for no escort. Just 2 men riding hard. Won't make them quite as nervous.
Yes, sir. Do us any good in Washington, Colonel?
I doubt it. Sat 2 hours with General Sheridan. Talked myself blue in the face. While his orderly kept me behind a wall of cucumber sandwiches.
And the Sevens will go right on doing garbage detail instead of soldiering.
I wouldn't say you've been totally deprived of using your weapons or a chance to lose your scalp.
Yes, sir.
At 24, he had been the youngest general in the Civil War. Within 5 years, he had been reduced in rank and sent west to be forgotten. But he was not the kind of man to let the world forget. His name, George Armstrong Custer.
Hold it right there.
Good morning. I'm Colonel Custer on my way back to Fort Hays. I'd appreciate a ride. If you don't have any room, I don't mind sharing space with the baggage.
You're all alone, huh?
As you see me.
Uh-huh. Colonel in the cavalry. No horse, no baggage, no orderly.
Very nearly no colonel. We were attacked by Indians. I lost a man back there.
We're leaving in a few minutes. Go have some grub.
Thank you.
Custer.
Who?
George Armstrong Custer, the boy general, ex-general. Once known as the Prince of Cavaliers. Now doing penance at Fort Hays, commanding the dregs of the U.S. Cavalry. No need to be afraid of him.
You want to ride with us, Colonel, I ought to warn you. This country's swarming. Like a nest of hornets been poked with a sharp stick.
I've had occasion to notice it.
Auxiliary Zoo, without war paint. Combing this country like a giant posse. So they told us at the last station anyways.
All seems to me like they're looking for somebody.
A reasonable assumption.
Reckon it might be you, Colonel Custer?
I've been in Washington for the past 3 weeks.
Indians got better memories than that.
Mister, even if I were that important, they couldn't possibly know I'm back.
All right. Get aboard.
Hey, Brown. I ain't no hurry if you ain't.
You use that elbow once more and I'll break it. Come on. Colonel Custer. Ned Quimbo is my name. Honored to know you, sir. I'll bet I've read every word ever written about you.
I'm glad I can't say the same.
You're too modest, sir. I'm a journalist, and I hope to add a few thousand words to the legend before this trip is over.
You ask before you borrow anything from me, mister.
You think fast and act faster, Colonel Custer. I want to thank you.
It's all right. But I think you and your friend better go first this time.
Let's go. Mighty few men become legends in their own lifetime. And what made them legends wasn't their own spectacular deeds. No, sir, it was the pen of men like yours truly that engraved their names in the affections of their countrymen.
Go ahead. Right up, Custer. And never mind about the facts. You'll swallow every word and buy 100 copies to dispatch to every congressman and senator as might do him some good.
Why else would a man wear a uniform in peacetime if he weren't lusting after glory?
Or you could write me up instead. Let's see, you could call it Uvalde, the outlaw of the plains. You could sell copies at my hanging.
You'll be swinging long before they set the first stick of type.
Perhaps you need someone like me to tell the world the truth about you, or what you would like them to consider to be the truth.
You do me too much honor, Mr. Quimbo. If you really wish to write about a man who is a living legend, may I suggest you seek the acquaintance of Chief Crazy Horse of the Oglala Sioux.
Do you hold all your enemies in such high regard, Colonel?
As a good Christian, I always turn the other cheek, but not my back.
Isn't it a pity that so little of your Christian generosity was in evidence when you were fighting us?
You lost your husband in the war. You have my sympathy. But perhaps for such losses we should blame war itself, not the color of a uniform.
We're ready to go. Get aboard.
easy targets here.
Got to stop. I'll find a shallow place to cross.
That water looks shallow enough to ford.
Better take a look at it. Can't risk getting bogged down.
Something's wrong. Wonder where old Jake is. Where's old Jake?
Injuns got him. Night before last.
Yeah? How'd you get here?
I'm his replacement.
Just keep your hands high. I can see him. Throw down your gun.
Banks, get these things off me.
Let's have the key.
How far do you think you'll get?
On the ground. You too, mister. Over there.
Firecloud has war parties all over these hills. You'll never get out of here alive. Not on your own.
We ain't about to take any witnesses with us.
We haven't done you any harm.
Well, you ain't done me much good either. What do you say we take her with us, huh?
I'll go with you, too.
You'd be better off if they shot you right here. They'd have to, sooner or later.
How would you get us out of here alive, soldier man?
Today's the 26th. Company C of the 7th Cavalry is scheduled for maneuvers. A few miles from here.
Where?
Where?
I was saying, you don't get out of here alive unless we do. All of us.
hundreds of novels about these types. They're like primitive children, dangerous only if provoked.
General?
I heard you had a rumpus with some bucks back at the creek. That don't prove they're out there now in full force. We've been here all day, and I ain't seen no sign of them.
When was the last time you had a look around? Keep down!
Good bluffing, Mr. Colonel, but it won't wear. All I can see out there is...
Now, do we get our guns back?
We'll try nothing.
I promise nothing, but I'll try and help us stay alive. Get inside.
They killed Jake.
Milbanks did it.
The Indians won't attack again until the sun is low enough to blind us. No need for more than one of us to stay out here in this heat.
I'll bury Jake, and I got the first watch.
That water's gonna have to last us for a while.
Colonel, you ain't in charge of this fort now. Your brass don't mean nothing around here now.
I think somebody should be in command.
Not you.
I suspect I'm qualified. If you want to challenge that, you'd better do it right here and now. Guns or fist, any way you want it.
Let's save our ammunition for the Indians. Admiral? Who's your gun belt, Brewster? No. We need him alive. Just a while longer.
Thank you. Are you all right?
I have seen you before, Colonel Custer. But you wouldn't remember. The crying women you passed during the war. They meant nothing to you, did they?
Not the first to say or to think that, Mrs. Moffat. The spoils of war aren't usually what is imagined.
You're alive.
A soldier learns to live with the sudden possibility of death. And dying, that's not the hardest part. It's the problems you leave for those who survive you.
You mean that, don't you?
Haven't you been told never to believe a Yankee man?
Boy general. Dashing cavalier. Hear me, General?
Take your hand off me, Uvalde.
If the lady don't mind too much, supposing she try her luck at rustling up some grub for us. From the looks of things, we just might be here for some time.
Some coffee might help.
Gotta hand it to you, General. Fancy uniform, a reputation to match. Really works. One minute she hates your guts, and next time she...
Mr. Uvalde, as an experienced man of the West, do you think that it's really only Custer the Indians are after?
Ain't no doubt in the world about it. In my mind.
My opinion exactly.
Close. Too close. You could still use a guard out here.
Yeah, I'll keep you company. Where are you going?
To find out if it's me Firecloud is after.
You out of your head?
How do you expect to learn what that savage has in his mind?
I'm going to ask him.
Sir, if I get out of this alive...
I know. You'll make mention of me in your writings in the most generous of terms.
Generous? I shall make you immortal. Why do you smile? Can you truly be unaware that the hand that holds the pen is the hand that rules the world?
I've been made only too painfully aware of that, Mr. Quimbo. On more than one occasion. Diedrichs, lock up after me.
Colonel Custer. Please take care.
Yes, ma'am.
Yellow hair. Do not kill till I give order.
I've come to ask what Firecloud wants. It isn't like the great warrior Firecloud to send hundreds of braves into a land where he cannot hope to prevail against our cavalry. Not without the most serious of reasons.
Firecloud have that.
Reason enough to leave the safety of the hills?
Reason enough.
The people left alive in that station. What makes them so important that you would risk the lives of your braves?
Firecloud had a son. One of them. He killed son of Firecloud.
Which one?
The man you call Uvalde.
Firecloud, believe me. That man is under the sentence of death. He escaped from prison and was being returned by a U.S. Marshal to await execution.
To hang without pain. To be dead in the blink of an eye. Without time to scream for mercy.
Yes. That is the law. That and no other.
We will take him from you. To give him death of my choosing. Give him to us. You will all go free.
Firecloud, I'm an officer. Sworn to uphold the law. I will not. I cannot give you what you want.
We will come and take him. At any cost. You will die. All of you will die. I will not speak of this again.
And nothing else, then why don't you just turn him over and spare the rest of us?
You don't really believe that Firecloud would let us go, do you? No, he might not order us killed, but he wouldn't stop it either.
So what if you're wrong? What if we lost the thorn in our side?
There'll be enough out of you.
You're a hard man to convince, Uvalde. We'll need what strength we have left to keep Firecloud from overrunning us.
When do you think you'll attack?
And it won't cost him too many men.
Since when do they care about casualties? I always thought to a redskin life was cheaper in dirt.
You shouldn't believe everything you write, Mr. Quimbo. The Sioux is a deadly fighter, but he loves life. As much as you or I, when it isn't maintained at the expense of honor.
Honor? Among savages?
Perhaps we could do with a little more of that honor ourselves.
May I have some water? I'd like to thank you, Colonel Custer. Valde would have...
You asked for it, Mrs. Moffat.
I know I did. I goaded him into it, but... Well, a man like that...
He's facing death the same as the rest of us. And if Firecloud has his way, it won't be quick and it won't be pleasant. Remember, his life means as much to him as ours does to us.
I know that. It just seems so unfair for our lives to be in jeopardy to save a man... Well, a man already condemned to death.
Would you turn him over to Firecloud, knowing what would happen?
No. It's only...
The chance that we may die here?
I felt for a long time I had nothing to live for after my husband was killed. Everything had just come to an end. But things do go on, and we find ourselves living for the moment, picking up the pieces of our lives again, remembering all the things we once planned to do, to accomplish. You have a dream, too, Colonel Custer.
A bigger dream, Mrs. Moffat, than I have any right to expect to come true. Try and get some rest.
I'm fine, thank you. Any sign of him?
No, not yet. It's most unusual for Indians to attack at night. The legend has it that their souls can't find their way into the next world in the darkness.
Like children afraid of the dark. Simple, childlike. And more terrible than any other people on this earth.
But they are people, with the same human weakness and frailty as the rest of us.
I wouldn't call you weak. Or afraid of anything, for that matter.
Well, different men fear different things.
But you're not afraid of death.
I've lived too long with it to be afraid of it. But that's enough of this kind of talk. We'll get out of this somehow. Now, you want to try and get some rest?
I'm fine here.
This will make my most exciting novel, and every word of it true.
Save me a copy, Quimbo. I'd like to know how it turns out.
Why, of course, Colonel Custer.
And while you're at it, don't forget to include my pal, Firecloud.
I would give my soul to be able to do just that. to understand a great chief, committed to an all-out war against the mightiest nation on earth, fighting for all the barbaric things he believes in.
You make it all sound very romantic, Quimbo. But in truth, there's no romance in these Indian wars, and no absolute right on either side. Kill that light. Diedrichs, get inside.
Now, what are you doing?
Trying to get us out of here if I'm lucky.
Custer's luck. I hope it's still working. You know Firecloud will have a guard out there someplace.
I'm sure of it. I'm not back in 20 minutes. You're on your own, Diedrichs. And I wish you luck. Not much of a plan. It's the best chance we've got. You'll go out, straight away from here, about a mile, you'll cross a stagecoach road. If you keep low, move carefully. You should be able to make it before daylight.
What about you?
I've got to try and get us out of this trap. How? By distracting Firecloud long enough to give us a head start. When you see that stagecoach coming, get ready. Start moving.
We got nothing to lose.
You'll have a better chance if you stay together. Quimbo. Quimbo!
No, I don't want to go.
Get out that window.
Firecloud isn't after me. He has no reason to kill me.
Believe me, Quimbo, he doesn't need one. The kind you'd understand.
I don't believe that.
Believe what you want, but get out that window. Now! Hurry. It's getting light. Hurry it up. Where's Quimbo?
He didn't come with us.
Bet his life Fire Cloud wouldn't kill him. I hope he's won.
No, Fire Cloud. I want to speak to Fire Cloud. Fire Cloud. Do you realize that you are a living legend? I will engrave your name upon the hearts of... No, you don't understand.
Got a broken line. Can't go on until it's fixed.
Will it take long?
No, not long. There's a leather awl and some cord in the gearbox.
I'll get it.
Drop your gun belt, Custer.
Move! Are you insane, Uvalde? Drop your gun belt. Custer.
Cut the horses loose, Brewster. We're riding out.
What about the woman?
Well, that's up to her. She can stay here, or she can ride with us.
Your time just ran out, Uvalde. Fire Cloud.
You're just full of cute little tricks, aren't you, soldier boy?
Don't shoot. Not yet.
You won't let him take us alive.
It's over, Fire Cloud.
Ready to pull out?
Just a minute, please.
There'll be no danger the rest of the way. It's time for goodbyes, Mrs. Moffat. I'm staying here to meet my troop.
I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to have known you, Colonel Custer.
My privilege to know you, ma'am.
However, there is something that needs to be said. I have reason to like you, respect you, but you still stand for everything I hate. War and senseless, brutal killing. Everything that you men call glory.
I can't deny that, Mrs. Moffat. But I heard a great man once say, as much as I respect your opinion, I respect my duty more.
One of your Yankee heroes, Colonel Custer?
No, madam. That was General Robert E. Lee.
Don't touch this stuff, Colonel. There's danger of infection.
And more danger for me than you.
Yes, sir. Colonel, over here. She's dying, Colonel.
Now comes the time for going into darkness.
Rest and sleep.
The good days have come and gone. Now I am alone.
We found no warriors when we came to your village. Did they die before we got here?
Now the men went to hunt. They have been gone too long.
Easy, boy. Easy.
Crazy Horse and the Sioux on a rampage to the north, and the Cheyennes threatening to join up with them from the south, I don't have a tenth of the troops that I need. And now you say you want a troop to go chasing Pawnee blankets across the country.
Those blankets are contaminated by smallpox, sir. They must be destroyed.
I know the danger of the spread of the disease, Custer. I just don't have the troops to spare.
Red Wolf is on his way now to the main village of the Pawnee. About 100 miles to the southwest. If he reaches that village before we have a chance to intercept him, smallpox could very well wipe out the entire Pawnee nation.
Yeah, but even if I could somehow find the men, what good would it do? We're low on medical supplies. We don't have any smallpox vaccine. And I can't possibly spare the medical officer.
We could stop Red Wolf and his braves, isolate them, until the danger of infection is past. There's one other thing, sir.
What's that?
Red Wolf and his braves were away hunting when the disease struck the village. He returned just as we were burying the women and children. He attacked us before we had a chance to explain. Red Wolf has every reason to believe that the 7th Cavalry massacred his people.
But that could mean war. And a war with the Pawnee would be disastrous.
It might be enough to trigger an alliance between the Sioux and the Pawnee, and that would be doubly disastrous. If we can convince the chief of the Pawnee, Running Bear, that we're trying to save his people from a plague, we might make a powerful ally.
I know, Custer. And if there were men I could spare.
Thank you, sir. I'll find them.
Chief Crazy Horse himself.
Well, I only seen him once, but that's him all right. You know, my pa used to say that Crazy Horse would rather face a whole regiment than you and him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he did.
Go on. Your old man was exaggerating. Well, just a hair. But I do remember Don was dude in the war with Mexico. Yeah, I was just a fresh meat recruit, and your old man was regimental sergeant major. He was in a village called Ezio.
Attention!
Well, well.
As you were. Gentlemen, I need some volunteers.
I heard your last detail ran into a bit of bad luck.
That's correct, Riker.
How come you're the only one to get back? Alive, that is.
It's been widely rumored that luck has played a very favorable part in my career.
That old lady luck. She sure got a yen for you, ain't she? Custer's luck. It's all good. Or all bad.
My patrol was attacked by Red Wolf while burying some of his people who died of smallpox. Right now, Red Wolf is making his way to the main Pawnee encampment, carrying contaminated blankets and effects. The assignment is to stop him. Now, General Terry has informed me he can't spare any regular troops.
And you consider us expendable? Is that it, Colonel?
I consider you our only chance to prevent what could be the extermination of the Pawnee.
Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing out here? Exterminating the Indian?
We are here to protect an expanding and growing nation. To keep the peace as best we can. You've been in the Army long enough to understand that, Powell. Some of us may not return. Possibly none of us will. The tribe we're trying to help may very well be our executioners. Now, are there any volunteers?
The rear! Halt!
Just suppose that some of us did volunteer. What do we get out of it?
I can guarantee nothing. But I will make a report that should influence any court-martial board.
You think that you can influence that board enough for them to go easy on me, Colonel, sir?
Your crime was mutiny and murder of an officer, Powell.
That officer was insane. He would have caused the death of every man in his command.
Be quiet, Billy.
All right, you got yourself a volunteer. I can't let the Army down after all they've done for me. Now can I?
All right, Powell.
Colonel, how do you know that I won't slit your throat some night and take off?
I don't know.
No, you don't, do you?
I'll ride with you too, sir.
You stay here.
Where you go, I go, Jeb.
I don't believe I know you, boy.
Billy Nixon, sir. My father was in the 5th Cavalry. He got hurt pretty bad. I had to see him. I deserted, sir.
How do I know you won't desert again?
Ain't got no place else to go. He died.
All right.
I've had time to do a lot of thinking, Colonel, since you had me busted and thrown in here. And I reckon you know that I've hated your guts ever since you took it upon yourself to do the law's dirty work.
Is that all, Riker?
No, I've been kind of regretting my wasted youth. And now with the U.S. Marshal on his way down here to get me on a matter of half a dozen bank holdups in the old days, do you think it's possible that maybe you could get that lawman to think just a bit kindlier on me, Colonel?
You heard me, Riker. I can't guarantee anything.
Spoken like my old colonel. Count me in. I don't mind keeping that lawman waiting a bit.
All right. Do any of you have any medical training or experience?
I thought you'd get around to that question, Colonel.
You have, Stanhope?
If 7 years in the medical school at Columbia University is qualification.
You must understand the importance of this detail. And the fact that I can't order you to come.
Oh, I do. And you can save your breath, Colonel, because I'm not volunteering.
I swear by Apollo the physician, and by all the gods and goddesses, that I will keep this oath.
Into whatever house I enter, I will go into for the benefit of the sick, and will abstain from every act of corruption. Well, a man who has a noose already around his neck hasn't very much to lose. I'm at your service, Colonel Custer.
Thank you.
Well, I'd rather be out there riding than just sitting around here sweating. Count me in.
What's your name, soldier?
Rod Tolby, ex-sergeant. 5th Cavalry, Company B, Colonel.
What are you doing time for?
Well, sir, there was these horses. And I'd had a snort or two, and, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time to trade them off for something better. Like, say, some beaver pelts. Trouble was, they was 5th Cavalry horses.
I see. All right, Toby, you can come along.
Now, wait a minute. With all the money you owe me, Toby, you got no right volunteering and go riding off to who knows where. My name is Bishop, Colonel. You can count me in. You got yourself another volunteer.
Fine. We will report to the quartermaster immediately. We'll ride in 1 hour. There's one more thing. I will tolerate no failures in performing your duty. If one man, disobeys or tries to desert, I will shoot him without hesitation. Is that understood?
Thieves, swindlers, out-and-out killers. You'll be lucky you're not murdered in your sleep, Custer. Are you certain you know what you're doing?
Never more certain, sir.
I think you're a fool, but good luck.
Request permission to move out.
Permission granted.
Detail, right turn. All right, let's move out.
Full day's start on us.
They'll be riding hard if I know Red Wolf.
These travois they're pulling, you gotta slow them down some. That supply wagon ain't gonna help us get there any quicker.
Colonel, there's a sick Pawnee down here.
Stanhope! Colonel, stay away from him.
I'll give the order, Stanhope.
Dr. Stanhope. Success of your entire expedition, Colonel, could very well depend on me.
Very well, Doctor. See what you can do for him.
You been vaccinated, boy?
About 6 months ago.
Good, I'm gonna need your help. I'm afraid we can't do anything for you, old man. There's something you can do for us and your people. The small bottle of the syringe in that bag, give it to me.
I've been all through this country. And if I know Indians, and I do, they're going to take the easiest way, which in this case happens to be the long way around.
You know a shorter trail to the Pawnee camp?
Yeah, it's right through the Badlands. It's man-killing, and it's horse-killing, but it'll save you one full day.
We need that day. We'll take it.
There is one other little problem, Colonel. That trail there will lead us right through Sioux country, and there ain't a Sioux alive who wouldn't sell his mother for a chance to lift Yellowhair's scalp.
We'll take the short way.
You ain't changed a bit, Colonel. Risking your men's lives don't mean a thing to you. How do you do it, Doc?
How do I do what?
Look at you. Neat as a pin. Me, I'm so dirty I can't stand myself.
So am I, Riker. So am I.
Tell me something, Doc. That woman over in Hayes City, you really killed her?
It's funny. I've been thinking how big this country is. How lonely it is.
Uh-huh.
It's lonely and quiet.
Yeah, well, it won't be quiet long. Listen, Billy, you've still got time to change your mind and go on back.
What's bothering you, Jeb?
Well, nothing's bothering me. I just don't want to play nursemaid to no wet-eared kid.
Listen, nobody asked you to play nursemaid, Jeb.
Nobody asked you to play.
Come on.
Hey, Doc, there's that rabbit you've been looking for.
No!
Billy? You all right, Billy?
I don't know, sir.
All right?
Yes, I'm not hurt.
Fix this wagon. It's all stove in.
Back what you can on the horses.
I'm sorry, Colonel. It was my fault. But the doc said that...
Guilty, Colonel.
Suppose you explain yourself, Trooper.
When we reach the Pawnee encampment, we're going to need some syrup, Colonel. To make it, I'll need a live animal. That's why I told the boy to keep on the lookout for a rabbit.
Until we reach the Pawnee encampment, we're going to need some water very badly.
I'm sorry, Jeb.
Oh, forget it, kid. It's not going to make any difference. Not to you or to me.
Dismount. See to your horses. They have 2 more rough days ahead of them.
We ain't exactly got a picnic ahead of us neither, you know.
Your horse has to carry you and your supplies. Now, you see that it's watered.
Right after me. Your health, Colonel?
Well, you're going to have your hands full, Colonel. Fighting all of us, one by one.
That's a job I'm handing over to you, Powell.
Me?
That's right. Because from now on, you're acting corporal. And you're to see that my orders are carried out.
I'm to see that your orders are carried out. Yeah, what makes you think so?
Because you're a soldier. No matter what else you are.
All right, Colonel. I'll be your corporal. For as long as it suits me.
Remove your hats. Now pour and water your horses. I said now.
Colonel didn't waste much time in taking you apart, Riker.
Well, Custer doesn't know what taking a man apart really is. But he's gonna find out. I promise you that.
Should do it.
That looks fine. All right, hand me those things. All right, now you take this fella. Here. You got him?
Yeah.
All right, now hold him nice and steady. There he goes.
What do you want, Stanhope?
You got the disease, Colonel.
I've known it for hours.
But still you're going on?
That's right, Stanhope. We're all going on.
It doesn't take long for smallpox to weaken a man and drag him down. When that happens, these men will turn on you like a pack of wolves.
Are you going to run with the pack?
I don't know, Colonel.
Custer's got it. What do you suppose is holding him up?
Guts.
Well, he ain't gonna last much longer. What then?
Then I'll be in command. But don't get your hopes up, boy. That rabbit may save him yet.
He's got it, hasn't he? How long will it be before this rabbit's of any use?
Anywhere from 24 to 96 hours.
Any sign of water?
Not yet. Don't expect Doodle tomorrow when we cross that ridge.
Camp here for the night. No fires. Take over, Corporal.
Yes, Mom.
It gets cold up here at night.
Get out of the way, boy. I'm gonna cut you, kid, huh? I'm gonna cut you real bad, kid, huh?
Break it off, Riker.
You get out of line again, and I'm gonna stomp on you. Is that clear? Get your things together. We're moving out of here.
Moving out? You mean deserting?
I mean, we're moving out. Now, come on.
Oh, but water.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll find water. You let that bunny rabbit go and get moving. Come on.
Oh, but what about the colonel?
Well, he's a dead man anyway. So our staying or leaving won't change anything for him. Now, come on.
I'm not going with you, Jeb.
You can do as I say, boy.
Not this time. You desert, you do it alone.
All right. All right, that suits me just fine. I got no need for a green-eared punk kid like you with me anyway.
Don't do...
Colonel.
If you mind, Jeb, I didn't expect you to say goodbye.
I'm going to leave. I won't stop to say goodbye. Right now, there's something I think you ought to take a look at. Come on, Colonel. That's the only pass through these hills. That fire means Sioux.
How far away are they?
Oh, 2, maybe 3 miles.
Are they camped in the pass?
No, I'd say about 200 yards below it.
Well, if they're no more than 3 miles away, we ought to be able to make it before daybreak if we start now. Bishop.
We're lost, Bishop. Sando's badly wounded. But the Indian camp's right over there. We can use their water.
Bury him.
Yes.
Get the water.
Riker, Toby, break out the shovels. Colonel? Colonel? What are your orders, sir?
Time's running out, Powell. If you're pulling out, now's the time.
Oh, I already figured that out for myself.
You got a horse, water. With luck, you can get out of here. The record will show that you died here with me and the others. You'll never get another chance.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, just what are your orders, sir?
You're second in command here, Corporal. You ought to see that this mission is carried out.
Yes, sir.
No matter what happens to me. And that's an order.
Yes, sir.
Billy, listen to me. When that rabbit keels over on his side, it's working. You break the skin on the colonel's arm with a knife, and you rub the infected part of the rabbit's belly across it. Oh, that's... Billy.
Riker, Toby. We need another grave.
It's my fault again, Jeb.
It ain't your fault your horse spooked. Go to sleep.
Somebody help me, quick! Get his arm ready.
Get away from him!
Stanhope said to do it as soon as the rabbit keeled over. It's the colonel's only chance.
Oh, now ain't that something? I said to get away from him!
You can't do it, Riker.
Don't bet on it, boy. because I can't think of a thing that I'd like better. Now, you listen to me, boy, and you listen real good. Getting these bags of water gives us a chance, and by sticking together, we can all make it easy. No, Jeb, all you got waiting for you is a rope or a firing squad. What do you owe Custer here, this glorious, who doesn't care how many men he sees get killed as long as he gets his name in the papers?
You can't leave him here to die, Jeb.
You're right, Billy. I'll put him out of his misery. Right now.
Hold it right there, Riker.
You're gonna stop me from killing him, Jeb?
Maybe not. But I guarantee that you'll follow right after him. Now put your gun away. Go ahead, Billy. To do.
As far as I know.
Gotta get out of here.
You're in no condition to ride.
You're wrong. Help me on my horse. Mount up. We're moving out. How long does it take for that vaccine to work, Billy?
I don't know, Colonel. Stanhope never said. Colonel!
All right, Jeb. You like Custer so much, he can take you with him.
Break out the shovels. We'll camp here tonight. There's a Sioux hunting party across the river. Now, if they go up the creek or down the creek, we're all right. But if they cross over, we're in a heap of trouble.
Mount up. Here they come. Toby?
Over there.
Just the three of us left.
Just the three of us. Billy, you got your shovel?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm glad, my brother. We have reached you in time.
I am not your brother, Yellowhair. Murderer of my people.
Will you listen to me, Red Wolf?
Did you listen to my people before you killed them?
I didn't kill your people. They died of a disease we called smallpox. Just as you and all your people will die if you join them. Red Wolf is sick with the disease. And all his belongings must be burned.
No. Yellowhair is lying.
Half my men died trying to reach you in time.
Why would you risk their lives and yours, Yellowhair?
Because the Pawnee Nation must survive.
Red Wolf is not sick. He is strong as the buffalo. He will prove that Yellowhair is a liar.
Running Bear, look at his face. There's the mark of death.
There is truth in your words, Yellowhair. The belongings, they will be burned, as you say. Will they die?
Trooper Nixon. A very fine doctor gave his life to bring you this medicine. They will not die. I tried everything I know. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I lost, but Billy got a full pardon. You did pretty good at that. You take care of the kid for me, hmm? He'll make a good soldier yet.
It ain't fair, Jeb.
Billy.
It just ain't fair.
Billy. You're either a soldier or you ain't. Are you a soldier?
Yeah, but...
No buts. Just be quiet, smile, and say yes, sir.
But... Yes, sir.
So long, soldier.